The whirlwind royal union between former South African President Jacob Zuma's daughter, Nomcebo Zuma, and Eswatini's monarch King Mswati appears to have unraveled within months of its highly publicized inception. Nomcebo, who became known as Inkosikati La Zuma upon entering the royal household, has reportedly fled one of the king's lavish palaces, seeking refuge at her family home in KwaZulu-Natal. The departure was first reported by the Swaziland News, citing insiders close to the royal family. Sources within the palace alleged the Inkosikati La Zuma struggled to adapt to the complexities of royal life, from rigid protocols to the emotional strain of a polygamous marriage with limited access to her husband. King Mswati III, Africa's last absolute monarch, is currently married to 14 wives, following the departure of 2 and the tragic death of another in recent years. The source said Inkosikati La Zuma was overwhelmed by the isolation. She reportedly said it felt like torture, being married to a man she barely sees. The young royal bride is said to have grown increasingly disillusioned by her husband's demanding schedule, which includes diplomatic duties across the continent and abroad. At the time of her departure, King Mswati was on official visits to Ghana and was expected to proceed to Spain, accompanied by another queen, Inkosikati Lamagongo. While it's customary for one wife to accompany the king on foreign trips, others remain largely out of the public eye, confined within the strict confines of the palace life. Another royal insider said Nomcebo struggled with the restrictions. From limited movement to constant surveillance, going to a mall wasn't a simple errand. It involved bodyguards, protocols, and no spontaneity. She found it suffocating. Adding to the strain were rituals and traditional obligations that demanded the king's seclusion, often for days at a time, leaving his wives with little to no interaction with him. Despite the apparent fallout, royal sources believe that not all hope is lost. Her family is expected to meet with the king's delegation soon. These matters are sensitive, but we're optimistic that differences can be resolved, a palace insider told the Swaziland News. However, if Nkosikati La Zuma chooses not to return, it could ignite a scandal within the closely guarded royal circle, particularly given her brief stint at the palace. The royal spokesperson, Percy Simelane, said the palace will not be drawn into speculation over the queen's whereabouts, and said we are not aware that Inkosikati La Zuma has left the palace. As the office responsible for the king's public image, we do not involve ourselves in his private life. Ethically and logically, doing so will amount to an invasion of privacy. The saga underscores the stark contrast between fairy tale perceptions of real life and its often harsh realities. For Inkosikati La Zuma, the glitz of the crown may have dimmed beneath the heavy weight of tradition, isolation, and expectations placed upon a young woman thrust into the heart of Africa's most secretively monarchy. Whether the princess returns to her palace or chooses a life outside the royal walls, the outcome is poised to capture the attention of both nations and raise questions about the cost of royal privilege in the 21st century. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.